guys, welcome to the vlog. We are currently in Alice Springs. It's Wednesday today, and tomorrow we wake up very early in the morning. We get on a coach and we drive over to Uluru, or Ayers Rock, which is in the Northern Territory in Australia. Right now we're like right in the middle of Australia. It's kind of weird to look at on the map because Australia is so big, and we're right in, like, slap bang in the middle. We have a 3-day kind of excursion tour of Ayers Rock. We're going to be sleeping in swags, which neither of us are entirely sure what that entails. Pictures online suggest that it's kind of a sleeping bag on the ground in the middle of the Outback. Really looking forward to it. Daddy's here as well. We're doing this together. Yeah. We're doing this together. We're in this one together. The weather looks, I think it's going to be hot, hopefully. Well, I don't know, maybe not too hopefully. It's going to be hot. I bought a hat today because I didn't have a hat, so I finally got myself a hat. Right now we're heading up to a viewpoint in Alice Springs, and then I think we're going to go grab some dinner. But I'll be taking you along for the ride, and hopefully we survive and don't get bit by anything super crazy. But yeah. Second stop along the way to Ayers Rock. We've been driving for about 2 hours already, and there's still about 3 hours more driving to go. You look out the window and there's just nothing around you. It's just these trees, very red, kind of dirt on the ground, and dry trees. But it's so insane. Like, I've never seen any type of landscape like this before, so it's so cool to see. It's not too hot outside, although I think it's going to get quite a lot hotter. So one of the ladies on our tour said that there has been 103 this year. There's been 103 consecutive days where the temperature has gone above 40 degrees Celsius. Hopefully it will not get up that high, but I don't know. Some chicken goujons now, and there are so many flies around. Oh my god. Okay, I'll check back in hopefully when we get there in one piece. You can see it in the background. It's absolutely ginormous, just comes straight out of the ground. I have this massive thing, this net on my head to save me from from all the flies, because they're very, very annoying. So unfortunately you have to put up with me with a net over my head. So hopefully you can see me okay. We're about to do a bit of a hike now, so we're doing about a 1-hour hike around the south side of Uluru. There are parts of Uluru which you can't film and you can't take pictures just due to this cultural significance. But yeah, it's so massive, so insane. We did just do a historical cultural museum, which was really cool. It's really nice to see the art, the Aboriginal arts that comes from this area. So yeah, I'll check in as much as I can throughout the walk and hopefully stick to the shade, not get too sunburned, but we'll see how that goes. So whilst we were hiking around near to the base of Uluru, our tour guide pointed out some Aboriginal drawings in the caves. The one you're seeing now depicts an aeroplane which was thought to be the first plane to ever fly over Uluru around the 1920s. The black colouring typically signifies evil. See Uluru in the background. We've just done a walk and we're hopping back into the coach now and driving up to a viewing point. It's currently about 5:30 and I think we're going to try and catch the sunset over Uluru, which should be awesome. Guys, look behind us right now. This is insane. This here is Uluru. We're out front of it. We're hoping we're gonna get some good colours on it for the sunset. But it just looks so incredible. I'll leave you in the frame so you can see it in all its glory. And there are so many flies here. I feel like I'm getting killed by flies. Kate, do you want to come in? Kate's also been getting eaten by flies.
Yeah, fly net is not worth it.
Fly net is...
Cheers.
To Uluru.
To Uluru.
Drink up. So this is literally insane. We're in sleeping bags on the floor. It's literally just the floor around me. I can't show you the sleeping bag too well. But I've never done anything like this. Kate is here. Can you see her on the camera? There she is. That's what it looks like. It's literally just a sleeping bag on the floor. You don't zip it up all the way, otherwise you'll probably suffocate. Dad's one's there. We have a 5 AM wake up, which shouldn't be too.
At 5.
So I'll be waking up at 5.
Yeah.
I'll be waking up for breakfast. And then we leave at around 6 and we're gonna watch the sunset. Sunrise, sorry. I'm losing my words today. Sunrise tomorrow morning, which should be really good, hopefully. And then we got a couple of walks in the morning and then walks in the afternoon as well. Hopefully pool in the middle of the day. But yeah, we've got to get through this experience first. There's Dad trying to make his. He spent about 10-15 minutes trying to make his bed.
Be quiet.
I made mine very quickly. So this is editing me just cutting in to talk about how the night actually went because I forgot to record most of it. So we went to bed at about 10 PM. Went to bed, okay, because I didn't sleep at all. I was so paranoid about stuff or like bugs or animals crawling into my bed that I was like, I can't go to sleep. Luckily, so I stayed awake for about 2 hours. I would have stayed awake for like the entire night. But after 2 hours, so around midnight, it started raining. Now, I got you saw in the last clip, you can pull the sleeping bag up over you. I'd pulled that up over me because I didn't want rain coming in. And then I heard the other people moving. And I thought, oh, hallelujah, we're moving into the huts. And that's exactly what happened. So me and Dad had to like drag our heavy sleeping bags. They were kind of like body bags, realistically. I had to drag it into the freaking, like, these little huts nearby. We were so lucky that nobody was staying in there. I didn't even sleep that much after, just because I feel like I was so, like, hyped up about the whole thing. And of course, you know, when you have to wake up early, you normally don't sleep because it's like in your head you're thinking, oh, I have to be up for 5, I have to be up. And so that's kind of how I was. So I didn't really sleep that much. But I did take some good pictures of the stars when I was out there. I think if my editing skills permit, here are the pictures now. If they don't, I will be cutting this out. But yeah, those pictures, I got them of the night sky. They're kind of okay, they're not too bad. Unfortunately, it was a bit cloudy out there, so we didn't get like the best photos ever. You didn't get the best view of the stars, but it's whatever. And then, yeah, so the next clips are from the sunrise the next morning. Sunset at Uluru Rock, or sunrise. We're just watching the sun. I haven't had any sleep, honestly, but we're just watching the sunrise at Uluru. There are lots of clouds in the way, but it's majestic regardless. So yeah, hopefully some of the clouds clear out so we get a better view of it. That's the view right now. And then in the background we're doing, well, in the background there's Dad, hello, but behind him there is another little mini mountain geology rock formation thing called Kata Tjuta? I'm not sure, but we're walking around that today, or somewhere near there, so that should be fun. Take off the fly net whilst I spoke to you, but now flies are going in my face, so this is just brilliant. We're currently on the hike around Kata Tjuta, I think that's how you pronounce the name. It's about a 10-kilometer hike, and most of the group are doing an extra 2 kilometers onto it of like a different section. It's very cool. A lot of this area is, oh my god, there's so many flies. A lot of this area is kind of sacred, so technically you're not meant to take pictures or videos, but our tour guide seems to be quite chill about it. The ground is quite rocky, but it feels a lot more authentic. So yesterday we did some smaller hikes and they were on more paths, so it wasn't as quote-unquote authentic, but this one is definitely feeling more authentic. It's very, very beautiful. You can see Kata Tjuta behind me. There's 26 or 36 different domes, and they all have just risen out of the ground, similar to Uluru. So this here now is not a perfect example, but this is a termite mound, and as you can see there are little holes in it from where erosion has essentially taken place on quite a small level. If I show you, it's this one down here. The camera's not exactly pointing it, but it's this one, and you can see these holes. Now if I show you Kata Tjuta, I have to zoom in a bit, but there are similar holes on Kata Tjuta, but this erosion is on a much larger scale and has taken place over hundreds of thousands of years. The termite mounds are like a miniature scale of the same erosion that we see on Kata Tjuta, which is really interesting. into a valley now between the large boulders. So I'm just going to cut in here really quickly because I don't think I was explaining it well in the video. But what you'll notice in these clips is there's quite a big difference between the boulder on the left and the boulder on the right. So the boulder on the left just has the black streaks left from waterfalls. However, the boulder on the right is completely black. Now the reason this is because the boulder on the right is actually south facing, and because the sun is in the north in Australia, the algae grows better in the damper and darker conditions. Okay, I don't know how well it shows on video, but we're about to climb up just to there, and it's very steep. We go down first a bit, and then it looks like it's hands and knees up to the top, a bit of crawl climbing. We'll see how this goes. God, I'm so out of breath. Okay, I did it. Dad's still down there climbing up. I don't know if you can see him on the camera, but we're between two giant boulders. You can see out over the valley in the background. Okay, I think I'm covered in flies, but we've just finished the walk. I think it took about 2 hours, which isn't too bad. It's not sunny out here, it's very overcast. Although I feel sweaty, I will say I do feel very sweaty. But it's been a really lovely walk. You can see a bit of it back there. And now all the flies are over me, so I need to get these off. You can see on the camera, but we are standing in front of a massive salt flat. It has just rained a hell of a lot, so there's a lot of brown sediment over it, but you can see some shiny bits out there. Really tasty, actually.
It tastes like
deer. This one tastes nice. The kangaroo tastes so good. Can I have some camel?
Camel is chewy, yeah.
This is the camel. It's dripping.
That's chewy.
It tastes like burger meat. This one.
It does taste like burger meat.
I think so too.
It might just be a burger.
Like burger meat.
Burger. Yeah.
Kangaroo. This one is
camel, and now buffalo. A little big piece of buffalo.
So this is really hard to
fight. Oh yeah.
Oh, buffalo is chewy.
I had to put mine in.
Buffalo is so chewy.
It's so chewy. I took a really big piece, and now I regret it.
I know.
It's very tasty. I like all of them, but I think kangaroo is my favourite. Okay, it's currently about 5 or 6 a.m. We're about to head out on a hike. We're at Kings Canyon. The pictures online look really good, but it's so early, so you can't see too much. Maybe we'll see a nice sunrise. Fingers crossed we will. There aren't too many clouds in the sky, so I'm hopeful. But yeah, I'm not sure how long this walk is. I think it's a little longer than the one we did yesterday, but there is a steep start, so look forward to that. But yeah.
We have some sheer cliffs up here, so we need to keep 3 meters off. Emergency contact devices put around the place with first aid as well. Just got to stay away from those edges. That's the hardest part.
Don't want to stand too near to the edge, but this is the big canyon, and I think we're walking all the way along the top. We're down in the middle of the canyon, and there's a creek down that runs through the bottom, so we're hoping we might see some waterfalls at the other end, but we'll see. We're on the bridge. We're on a bridge over a canyon, through a canyon, across a creek, and we're doing well. Unfortunately, I have to look at the ground like a lot just to watch my footing, so I can't appreciate it as much as I'd like to, but it is so cool. And you can see fossils in the ground as well, of like sea snails and all these different creatures, because there used to be an inland sea on this area hundreds of thousands of years ago, which caused lots of erosion, which is why you have Uluru as a singular rock in the middle of nowhere, because everything around it used to be part of a mountain range, but everything around it was eroded by this sea, and this is what's left now that the sea has gone. So yeah. Our walk, I think the walk took about 2 to 3 hours, because we started around 6 a.m. and we finished just after 9 a.m. So it took us quite some time, but it was a really lovely walk. Honestly, it was lovely, more so interesting. I think that's how I'd describe it, as interesting. Like, there's so much to look at, and such just incredible scenery and landscape, and just the plants and the rocks, and knowing about the geology of it all behind it was really interesting. So yeah, 10 out of 10 walk, definitely. I think we might be in store for about a 4 or 5 hour drive now back to Alice Springs. Luckily I got the front seat, I got the passenger seat with the driver, so I get to look out at everything. But yeah, it's just been such an incredible experience. So insane to learn about the geology of this place, to learn about the history, the culture of the people who live here. It's perfect walking weather, and really good hikes as well. I've loved every second of it. Good food, good people, cool things to look at, cool things to do. I'd really recommend coming to see Uluru and the surrounding area. Being in the Outback is just crazy. Just crazy. Yeah, thank you so much guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. We've got our flight to Brisbane tomorrow, and then we're on to New Zealand, which will be so cool. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.